welcome Chris Sarandon and Cary Elwes with Cary Jackson moderating.
Turn those lights on, light it up. Let them know that we are 5,000 strong for the Princess Bride panel. Here we go, guys. I count 3, go nuts. 1, 2, 3.
Please, gentlemen, if you don't mind. Where do you guys want me? I'll be over here. Okay.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Hi. Well, welcome. Thank you. Hi. Cary? Okay, yeah. So I put the movie in last night. I hadn't seen it. I saw it in the theaters, you know. I own a copy of it, so I put the Blu-ray in. And, of course, it's still fabulous. But there's a part. I want to talk about you guys working with this legendary actor, Andre the Giant. And there was a scene where you were putting him to sleep. Yes. Wrestling him down. And my wife stopped it and she says, "Look at the size of Cary's head. And now look at the size of Andre's head. Twice the size." Tell me about working with Andre the Giant, both of you.
Well, I'll try to make the story short. When I first I told my family that I was going to England to work on the movie. They couldn't come with me in the beginning, they came later. But when we were first going, they asked me what I was going to be doing. My little kids, my daughters were 3.5 and 2. And so I said, oh, I'm going to be working with a prince and a princess. I'm going to be the prince, and there's a princess, and then there's a pirate, and there was no reaction. And then I said, and there's a giant. A giant? We're going to be working with a giant, Daddy? How big's the giant? Is the giant as big as a house? Is he as big as a car? How big is he, Daddy? Well, that was the theme of my conversations with my children for the next month and a half, 2 months. Every time I'd get on the phone with them, I'd be in England. Hi, honey, it's Daddy. Hi, Daddy, where's the giant? Have you worked with the giant yet? Is he as big as a house? Is he as big as a car? So we'll jump to the time when the kids came to England. And of course they insisted. As soon as they got off the plane, hi Daddy, where's the giant? So I arranged with Andre, who was the loveliest guy in the world, to have them come and visit the set. And he was working the day that I wasn't, so we get to the set, and Andre had a trailer that, what would you say, Cary? It was like the size of the stage.
At least as big as this.
Yeah, as long as this, and about half as wide. And he was down at the end, and we're walking up the stairs, right? We're walking up the stairs, and I have one of my kids in my arm like this, and my ex-wife had the other. And we walk up the stairs, and we turn the corner, and Andre's down there. He's sitting, and he gets up. And my daughter, the 3.5-year-old, goes, stop screaming. So immediately her sister started screaming. Well, 2 small children. So of course we take them away. And then take them to the car, and I said, I've got to go back and apologize to Andre. And I go in the trailer and I walk in and I said, Andre, please, I'm so sorry. And he said, no. They either come to me or they run from me. And he was. That was Andre in a capsule.
He was such a sweet guy. Such a sweet guy. I mean, literally the definition of a gentle giant, right? I always say he would give you the shirt off his back. It'd be enough for 10 people. He'd still give it to you. And he was, I'll never forget the first day I worked with him. Bill Goldman warned me about him. He said, you know, he's like the Pentagon. No matter how big people tell you it is, you have to be standing in front of it to appreciate how big the Pentagon is. And Andre's like that. He's the 8th wonder of the world. And he always had a smile on his face, didn't he, Chris? Always had a smile.
7 feet 6 inches tall, 450
pounds.
50 pounds.
Incredible, incredible. Sweet guy. And our first day on the set for me was the scene with Mandy on the parapet of Florin Castle. We're about to attack the castle, right? And I'm mostly dead. And it's a pretty easy day, I think, and I can't remember the dialogue exactly, but I think Fezzik says, I wonder how long before the pill takes effect. And Inigo goes, your guess is as good as mine. And I come to and I say, beat you both together, fight you both apart, something like that. You guys probably know the line better. And Andre goes, I guess not very long, like that, right? And he let out the word long, and out came the most gigantic fart. No, I'm serious, no, really. Like, we've accused each other, I'm sure, of giant farts. This was a giant's fart, people. It was monumental. You know the scene in the film where he goes, everybody move, and the whole villagers all look up? That was what it was like. Be heard in Beijing. We were on a fake set that was shaking like an earthquake. Somebody timed it. It was 16 seconds. That's a long time. I looked over at the sound guy and he was lifting the headset off it to protect it. It was insane. Insane, like decibel. It was insane. I looked at Andre and he had this, and he was, like I said, he was always smiling. He had this beautiful, beatific smile on his face, like he was letting go of something he was holding on to for a long time. And he had steam coming out of the top of his head. Don't ask me why, but the combination of the steam and the fart was insane. And what's so funny is that here in America, if people call people on farts, they're like, oh, really, dude, open the window, come on, go outside. In England, when people fart, they get very weird. They're like, that looks like storm over there. You hear thunder? They all get very weird, But in this instance, everybody was silent. They were just shocked.
It's an English crew.
English crew. And so after the 16-second mega fart was over, there was dead silence. Nobody knew what to say. And Rob Reiner, the director, broke the silence. He goes, I swear to God, that's what he said. He goes, hey, Andre, you okay? Swear to God. And Andre, without missing a beat, he goes, I am now, boss. First day.
I just love that you can do a Rob Reiner impression. Well, it was a very physical movie, and Andre made his living. Physical. Did you guys ever get hurt on the set?
Well, Andre was in a lot of pain. He had terrible back problems. First of all, carrying 450 pounds, but also he told me that in the ring, the wrestlers really had fun jumping up and down on his back on the canvas, and he was due to have an operation before the movie, but the producers talked him out of it because they were afraid, for insurance reasons, right?
He debilitated.
Right?
So, yeah.
So he went to the doctor, and he asked for painkillers, and the doctor said, I don't know what to give you.
What's the dose?
How do we dosage for you? Yeah,
right.
We've never met anyone like you. And so the doctor said to him, what do you do for pain? Now, kids, don't try this at home. Trust me, this was for a giant. He said, I drink, boss. Well, what he drank was something called an American. Please don't try this at home, kids. Trust me. He would get a beer pitcher and fill it with everything. Brandy, whiskey, wine, vodka, you name it. And he'd pile it up, and by the way, a beer pitcher would look like a tiny shot glass in his hand, And he would sip this each morning, like drink 7 of them. Never missed a line, never fumbled. Never,
did not affect him at all.
Not
never.
At all. And one day he looked at me and he goes, hey boss. I go, hey Andre. He goes, you want to try my drink? And I thought, I'm just about to shoot a scene. I'm thinking, I don't know. But you don't turn down a giant, especially when you're shoving it in your face, And I've never tasted airplane fuel before. But that was as close to airplane fuel I imagine. I sipped one sip and coughed it out, and he laughed like he always laughed like Lurch, you know. So I never drank that again. But he was very gentle with me. He never hurt me. We never had an injury, and he was just a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He was a sweetheart.
So there are no accidents on the set at all?
I had a few. I was a bit one. Andre couldn't move around very easily on the set. And if you get out your phones and Google image, Andre the Giant and all-terrain vehicle. And what will come up is this little three-wheeled all-terrain vehicle, the only one we could find in England to help Andre get around on the set. And it looks like a little red tricycle under him. It's incredible. And he was so happy on this thing, you have no idea. He was just zooming around on it, whether he was working or not, you know?
Because he literally was lumbering.
Lumbering, because we couldn't get him to the set on time, you know?
Moved.
That's it. That's how he walked, you know? And so I was about to shoot the scene with Robin where I roll down the hill and say those three words, yeah? And he comes zooming up on this thing, and he goes, "Hey, boss." He goes, "Hey, boss." I go, "Hi, Andre." He called everybody boss, which is hilarious because everyone had to talk to him like that. He goes, "Hey, boss, you like my toy?" I said, "It looks great fun, Andre." He goes, "It is fun, boss. You want to try it?" I said, "Well, I'm about to shoot a scene." He didn't wait for it. He just took off again, right? So I'm putting on my mask and my headscarf, and he comes back. "Hey, boss." "Yes, Andre." "You know you want to." Twit that I am, I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And I had no business getting on this thing at all. And his bodyguard, you remember he had a bodyguard? I was like, what are you defending him from, the flu? It's like this tall, ridiculous. The guy comes up and he goes, "Oh, it's very easy, boss. It's just like a motorbike. It's on-off switch, clutch pedal, brakes. Pretty simple." That was my first mistake. So Andre gets off it, goes up another 5 feet after he gets on it. I get on this thing, I had no business being on, and I put it into first gear, and I lurched forward, and I went over a rock, and my left big toe got caught between the clutch pedal and the rock, and it just snapped like that. And I went, "Oh, great, broke my toe." Great. 1 week into filming, I'm thinking, I'm gonna be fired, for sure, right? I mean, it's just insane. And I'm freaking out, right? And the set nurse comes up. On every set, there's a nurse or a doctor, right? And she comes up and goes, "Oh, what happened, what happened?" And I was pretending I was like the Black Knight from Monty Python. I'm like, no, it's nothing, it's just a flesh wound, nothing. She goes, "Let's have a look at it, shall we?" So she takes off the boot and my sock, and there's the big toe, and it's bent in the wrong direction, all different color. It was really nasty. She goes, "Ooh." It's not the thing you want to hear when someone sees a break. "Ooh. It's broken." I said, no, it's not. It's just a flesh with nothing. She goes, "No, look at it. It's pointing in the wrong direction, everything." And now I'm sweating because I have to shoot the scene. So I go, "Look, is there anything you can do?" And she goes, "I'm a set nurse. All I've got in my bag is something for headaches. I've got something for a tummy ache. I've got nothing for broken limbs. I've got to go to the hospital." I said, "But I can't do that. I have to shoot the scene." She goes, "Well, could make a makeshift splint." I said, "Great, let's do that. So she grabbed a couple of twigs, I swear. And she pushed the toe back. That didn't hurt at all. Push the toe back and then use tape to tape it to the other toes to keep it in place. Yeah, this was smart on it, yeah. So now I'm like taking the van ride up to the set, the longest ride I've ever taken. And she's in the back seat with the first assistant director, and I overheard her say to the first assistant director, she goes, "I think he fell on his head as well." Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just going to brazen through this, it's no big deal. I'm so terrified of being fired. I'm like, I'll just pretend it's cool, right? I get to the set, and I put all my weight on my left foot, walk up to Rob, and Rob's scratching his beard like this. He goes, "Hey, Cary, how you doing?" I go, "I'm fine, Rob. How are you?" He goes, "I'm good. but how you doing? And at that point, I knew he knew. And I said, Rob, I'm so sorry. I feel like such a twit. I was fooling around on Andre's all-terrain vehicle, and I think I burnt my toe. And he goes, you think I don't know? I'm the director. It's on the walkie-talkie. Cary broke his toe. What happened? I said, well, I was fooling around. I'm so sorry. He goes, well, can you walk? I said, yeah, I'm pretty good. And he goes, can you run? I said, it's going to be an interpretive dance. And he said, why did you tell me? And I said, I was so sorry, Rob. I was afraid you were going to fire me. And he was so sweet about it. He's like, well, don't be crazy. We're not going to fight. We'll just move the fight scene to the end of the movie and it'll be okay. And thank God he did that. And if you look at the scene where I'm running into the fire swamp with Buttercup, and I say about Chris, I go, your pink fiancé is too late. You can see me do that little interpretive dance, right? So yeah, I'll never get on an all-terrain vehicle again.
You should pick up Cary's book. He's got a lot of great stories, a lot of great stories. Just like that.
Thank you, brother.
And we started late, and this is FanX. It's all about the fans, and they have questions for you.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
let's get in our remaining time. Do we have questions over here?
Yeah, sorry about being late. By the way, we had a camera malfunction. We were doing photos, so it held us up for the time that we were late.
Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
Megan.
Megan, you're so cute. How old are you?
I'm 11.
I'm gonna get a hug from you.
I'm wondering, with you and the person that plays the prince,
Chris. What's our favorite scene? Chris, what's your favorite scene?
What's your favorite scene? Oh, my favorite scene? I think was the last scene with Cary.
Oh,
Yeah, because it was the funniest thing I got to do. Everybody else had comic scenes. Oh, and also the scene with Count Rugen, Christopher Guest, at the tree before we go into the pit of despair, where I tell him I have, my wife to murder etc., etc. I'm swamped.
Yeah.
It's such a great line.
It's great.
And I think we all here, I hope you all have such an appreciation for not just the movie itself and the way it was made, but what a great screenplay this was.
Yeah.
By William Goldman, because all the lines that you guys quote over and over and over again are verbatim Bill Goldman's lines.
That's right.
From the script.
See, and I heard there was a lot of ad-libbing on the
The
set.
only ad-libbing was Billy Crystal in the when he's trying to bring back, right? Isn't that right, Cary?
What's that, Chris?
The ad-libbing, the only ad-libbing I think that I remember in the movie was Billy
That's right.
in the with Mad Max.
That's right. They with that whole thing about the don't swim for 2 hours.
Yeah.
All of that.
Right.
They were
Right.
hysterical. That was one of my favorite scenes.
And speaking of injuries,
Yes.
Mandy talks about the fact that he and Cary rehearsed every day for hours and hours.
That's
They
right.
did the duel for how many days?
Oh God, 3 weeks.
He had no injuries on the movie until that scene with Billy Crystal. He cracked a rib laughing.
That's true. My favorite scene, my scene with Chris was terrific. I really loved that. I mean, I always wanted to work with this man. I grew up watching his work, so it was a big thrill for me to get to work with him. Oh, sure. No, it's true.
Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon, right here. First role, Oscar nomination, right here. Brilliant. And so that and the scene, obviously, with the fart with Andre. I mean, I'll never forget it. And my ears are still ringing. It's crazy. Hi, how you doing?
So next question.
Hi,
What's
my
your name?
name is Carrie, too.
Carrie.
I just wanted to, well, first of all, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And I wanted to know, after 30 years, when you were filming at the time, did you have any inkling of what a following this movie would get?
I think we knew it was special.
Yeah.
We knew it was funny. We knew it was magic in many ways. I'd read the book, 30 years before we made the movie, right? Well, not 30, 20 years. And I loved it, and I thought this will make a great movie. And when I heard that they were going to make a movie, I thought this will be wonderful. But there's no way to know. No way to know.
Rob was having a string of hits there, from Spinal Tap on to Princess Bride, so...
But that it will have that kind of a reverberant life in the culture. You know, people are constantly coming up to all of us and quoting lines on the subway.
Incredible. Incredible. I meet people who have, like, the script tattooed all over their body. That's it. It's wonderful.
Little Inigo here.
Okay.
Hi, Inigo. How are you doing?
Good.
What's your name?
Jameson.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, Jameson.
My question is for Cary.
So cute. Come on up here. Come on. You've got everyone. You have to see this guy. Check it out. Check out this outfit. How great is
Yeah,
this?
you got to see this.
Look at this. Now that's commitment. Fabulous. Come on over here.
Come on over here, buddy.
Check it out. Check it out. What's your name, Jameson? Give it up for Jameson. All right, Jameson, you look fantastic. What's your question?
It's for you, and are you really not left-handed?
I get the impression, Jameson, that you want to test me. I bet you are, though, aren't you? Yes?
Left-handed.
Sure. That's what Indigo would say. No, I'm not, but thank you for asking. You look terrific.
Does he know the line? Can he do the line for us?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die.
Thank you, Jameson. Thank you. There you go.
New fans born
Come
every
on
day.
up here. Come on. Come on. All kids get to come on stage.
Wait. Hold on.
Cary's starting a day.
We are. It's the Princess Bride Daycare Center. Come on up. Hi, what's your name? Huh? Lizzie. Nice to meet you. How are you? How old are you? 11? All right. Come over here. What's your question?
If you were in the movie, would you rather be the villain or the hero?
Good question.
Did you guys hear that? If you were in the movie, would you a movie? Yes. Would you rather be a hero or a villain?
What do you think, Chris? Would you rather be a
Villain.
Villain, yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. I like playing the hero, but villains always get the best lines.
Yeah.
All right? They do, right, Chris?
Yeah, and they're always more fun because you get to do things that you normally wouldn't get to do in life.
True. That's very true. Did you like The Princess Bride? No pressure.
I loved it.
Ah, there you go. Can I get a hug? Little princess. There you go.
Next question. You gonna hug this one?
No, that's fine. You are a beautiful family. So my question is, that last scene that you talked about, was that hard to film without just laughing with Cary in the bed, falling around, and you trying to
To the pain
keep
scene?
your dignity but sit in the chair and act terrified? It just seems that would be hard to film.
As I recall, it wasn't.
So I had a hard time not laughing because I had to pretend to be very serious. But his reaction, when I say have a seat, he just lifts up his tunic like a dress. It's like just sits in the chair. I just burst out laughing.
It's interesting because Rob asked me to shoot it two ways, without and with, because I did it that way initially in rehearsal. And he said, "Oh, it may be too much.
Oh,
So would you mind shooting it without doing that?" And I shot it that way, and he said, "Let's do one with." And we left it in.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Thank you.
That's Flash. Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Flash.
My name is Joe. Sometimes they call me Barry Allen. But no hugs for me. My girlfriend will get jealous.
Okay.
I want to.
Also, it would be a shock.
Yes. Good point. Chris, give me some dirt. Do you remember anything embarrassing about Cary? And Cary, do you remember anything about Chris embarrassing?
There's no way I could think of anything embarrassing about
No, we had so much fun making this film. Honestly, I can't remember a single day without laughter.
Yeah, we
Honestly,
had a great time.
really, really funny. Rob set the tone. He would have dinner with us, remember, in his hotel room every night.
The food was so putrid in the hotel that he found somebody to cook us food every night.
Every
We'd
night.
go into his room, and we would eat dinner, and we'd play games.
Play games,
Yeah.
play charades and Monopoly and cards and everything. And it was just great. It was
a lot
a
of
really communal atmosphere.
Yeah.
It really made it like a family. And I
Yeah.
think that translates into the film,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
Next
Thank you.
time.
Yes.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Charlotte.
Get up here. Come on over here.
Hurry, hurry.
Hurry.
We don't have much.
We have a running Harry Potter.
That's it.
Muggles. Come on, Muggles. Hi. Come on over here.
What's your questions?
What's your
Quickly,
name?
sweetie.
What was the most emotionally draining scene that you guys did?
The most emotionally draining scene we did.
For you?
Go ahead, Chris.
Well, the one for me was when you were on the table,
Okay.
and I had to really sort of pull out all the stops. And
Right.
And that's awful because you see, you have to play the scene realistically, and it's somebody that you're putting through the worst suffering in the world.
Yeah.
And at the same time, my character was suffering as well.
Right.
So it was difficult, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough because I had these strange suction things on my breasts.
They were actually animals,
Yes.
little animals.
Very strange. And but nothing was really emotionally draining because, like I said, we honestly every day was a day of laughter on that set. And I just loved it. I loved working on it. Thank you, Charlotte.
What's your name, sweetie?
Charlotte. Great. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
I have a granddaughter named Charlotte.
Charlotte will assistant manage the daycare.
Hi. Are you dressed as Valerie?
Hi,
Fabulous.
boys.
Yes.
Ah, you look great.
What's your question?
I've heard that Wallace Shawn is so sick of hearing the inconceivable quote that he almost can't be nice about it anymore. And I was wondering if you had any quotes that you would really like to just have go away.
Not a one.
No. Listen, I think you're fortunate to have any movie that
Yeah.
resonates with anybody. And this film, as Chris said, was written by one of the great writers of all time, Bill Goldman. And I think it has one of the most quotable series of lines in any film ever, right?
One after the other. Last night when I watched.
Right?
Yeah.
And just incredible. I mean, poor Wally is right. You know why? Because he said he can't drop his keys in public without someone going, inconceivable!
Yeah, I mean, he did have one word
Just
that
one.
was just over and over.
No, I get the easy one. I get to say basically as you wish, which means I love you. So that's pretty cool. But I wouldn't want inconceivable all day. I can see where that would square a little bit. And Billy Crystal said he could never go into a deli ever again. Ever. That's it. Never.
My
Nice
favorite
mutton on a rye.
My favorite one of yours is, I will be very put out.
We have another question.
Hi, look
Hi.
at you.
Hi there.
Fabulous. What's your name?
Iniga?
Sure.
No.
Is it really?
Really?
Oh, it's Kim.
Hi.
Oh, all right, fine.
If William Goldman was to make a sequel, as he's hinted in his 30th anniversary release of The Princess Bride, would you guys want to do a cameo in the movie version, or
A cameo?
or
I've always been convinced that Bill should call it Humperdinck's Revenge. But he has tried for years to write the sequel to it, and actually had a name for it. It was called Buttercup's Baby. And he said he's never really been able to crack the arc of the script because the first one meant so much to him.
Yeah.
That it's been very difficult for him.
And he doesn't really write sequels. You know? It's just not his thing.
Although he did try.
He did try.
And in fact, they're doing a musical of it. And originally, Bill Goldman and my friend Adam Gettle had gotten together to try to write the musical version. My friend Adam Gettle, who's a composer and lyricist, and Bill was going to write the book, and they just couldn't do it. Now Disney's doing it.
Disney's doing it, yeah. On Broadway.
It's going to be on Broadway. Cool.
Thank you all for coming. That's all the time we have. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you to Chris and Cary.